Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's Kate Bolt. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live. Can't believe Tuesday's come round again so fast. My name's Kate. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK, and I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live to bring you some paper crafting inspiration using Stampin' Up products. Now, I'm just going to check that I'm live on my YouTube channel in the right place on my laptop, and that I can see any comments that might come through too, so that I can respond to them. Let me just check. Yay, I'm live in the right place. Let's just mute that because I don't want to hear myself. I certainly don't want to hear myself twice. Right, and I can definitely see a little better shot this way. So I'm just going to give it a few moments, see if anybody joins me live. It's very dull in the UK. It's very dull in Buckinghamshire today. It's dreary, it's miserable, it's misty rain. It's not very nice, but we're going to cheer things up a bit with a little bit of crafting. I'm trying to get my shot right, and it's something like that. There we go. So yeah, I'm just going to wait and see if anybody is watching. If you're watching, please say hello and tell me where you're from. I have got my coffee. After all, it's Coffee and Cards. Guys, is it too early for Christmas cups, Christmas mugs? Because I have a Christmas mug. I have a Christmas mug today for Coffee and Cards. How rebellious am I? It's not even December yet. Not until Thursday, I believe. And, well, I'm making a Christmas card, so I think that's okay. But I'll let you decide. Is it okay for Christmas mugs? I have mine out. Anyway, I wanted to show you some beautiful things today. Before we crack on, though, I needed to share this with you. So, my light isn't very good. I have had a new light ordered, which has arrived, and the electrician is coming to fit it very soon. So the video's qualities will improve because I'll have better light. Currently, I have to have my overhead light off because the lights are so odd and the shadow is so bad no matter where I sit in the room. And yeah, and then have added light on my desk, which is not ideal in the winter. So that will get better. Now, listen, we have the mini catalogue. This is our current mini catalogue, and it's full of beautiful, gorgeous things that are good for all year round. There's a lot of Christmas stuff in it because it's a winter catalogue. It's got some really beautiful things in it. It's also got some things you can use for all year. This, nice pinches. This catalogue is retiring at the end of December when the new mini catalogue launches at the beginning of January. So from Thursday, the 1st of December, the retiring list is already up and there is a sale. So it's an end of season, I think they call it, the end of season sale. So a lot of the products in this catalogue will retire. So if there's something in there you want, make sure you get it. Some things are on big discounts, 60% discount and things like that. So if there's anything you want, make sure you get it because those things sell out fast. And it really does entirely depend on how much inventory there is. So if things have sold very well, they won't necessarily be discounted at all because they don't have a huge amount to get rid of because, you know, they're retiring to make way for new product. But if they have not sold as many, then, you know, there'll be bigger discounts. So just check because there's an awful lot of papers and embellishments and things like that in the sale. So that will be really cool. What I will do is I'll post the retiring list in the description box down below. So check that out. You may want to have your catalogue handy to compare what those things actually are. And then on Thursday, if it's easy, you just pop into my shop and it'll all come up and you can see what the price is. One tip, if you're buying stamps and the matching dies in the sale and they are discounted, make sure that you don't put them in as a bundle, because if you put them in as a bundle, they're not in the discounted price. You already saved a 10% saving, but generally if you buy a stamp and die that are discounted, it will be more than 10%, so put them in separately. Yes, okay, all that's done, all my advertising is done. Hi Amanda, thank you for joining me from cool and sunny Spain. It's cool and murky Buckinghamshire here and pretty rubbishy, but I really wanted to share this with you. This suite has been sitting on my shelf for quite a while, And I had so many other lovely things to show you. I hadn't got around to it yet. And then it suddenly occurred to me that some of this suite will retire with this catalogue at the end of December. And it is stunning. So this is an out of catalogue publication, and it is the Fitting Florets Suite, which comprises of this gorgeous, sorry, I've got my arm in the shot, this gorgeous stamp set. Love it. So pretty. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous stamps and this font. Lots of lovely things on here. Wishes for a beautiful birthday. Thank you with all my heart. So lucky to call you friend for a special person on a special day. Just a reminder that you are loved. Oh, excuse me, doggy. Don't bark. There's somebody walking by. Sit down. You know it. He's so bad. Okay, so that's the framed florets. I have not used mine at all. Oh, I can't wait to use them. They're so nice. Now I've got them out. Okay. And it's a suite, so it has another stamp set with it. Now, this is an all year round one. It's got birthday and thank you and friendship and all sorts. This one is Christmas. It's called Framed and Festive. This is my favourite stamp set. This is why I bought it. Fa la 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 la. It's got Noel. It's got Merry Christmas from all of us, from our home to yours. That's useful. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. May this season be filled with peace and joy, and 'tis the season to be jolly. So this is a gorgeous stamp set. So it makes this suite all year round. This is generic. This is Christmas. Okay. And then with it, we've got the framed florets dies. These are beautiful. And I will show you what they cut out in just a moment. So we've got these 3 frames here. 1, 2, 3. We've got the sprigs here. We've got 2 leaves. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that cut out the stamps. And then this one here, or is it this one? This one, I think. And this one cut out the patterned papers that come with it. It's very, very pretty. Now, very useful. This one, I'll show you what this one cuts out. This one here is a very pretty die, and it cuts this one out. So I've just cut it out in plain white, and you can see it's very pretty in all sorts of colours, especially in the gold and the metallic. That one's too large. Okay, and so, but it also cuts out the middle oval. So you've got 2 very useful dies pieces from that one. This one is gorgeous as well. And I've cut this one out in balmy blue, and you can see what this one looks like. There we go. This one also cuts out this oval too. So you have an oval, every time you cut it, you have an oval and you have the frame. Now, that is very useful because the oval that comes out of the middle of this one fits nests. So you can layer, say you have those 2 ovals, you can nest them up against each other. They will nest. This one doesn't actually cut out an oval at all. It cuts out all the hearts in an oval shape, which is really beautiful. And then you're left with a ton of little beautiful hearts that you can use on your projects, on your scrapbook pages, or for a shaker card, or whatever you like. Super gorgeous die set, absolutely lovely. And then with the dies as well, you get, hang on a minute, I can't find them. I put my trimmer down. Okay, so with this suite as well, you get the Gold Swirls. I thought I'll put all this in one place so I don't lose it. I'll show you the papers first, and then it'll come to light because they're probably under the papers. Okay, that's the die packet. Let's move that. We don't need that. Okay, papers. These are for me, because I'm a paper person. These are the crowning glory of this suite. Super, super gorgeous colours. So if you thought this was a Christmas set, it is not a Christmas set. It can be used as a Christmas set. So we've got this beautiful paper here. You can see I've been cutting into it. Let's take this partial one out so it's not so distracting, I think. So you can see how gorgeous that is. Now the die cuts this out. That one die, let's find it, cuts out the flower. And I think it's the large one. Oop. And it cuts out here. So either cut the dark pink here, or it will cut the light pink. So you've got the same image in 2 different colours, so you can cut those out using the die. And then we have got another die in here, and I'll show you that in a second. So that's one of the pieces of paper. And the back is so pretty. Hang on, let me show you the back of that one. Look at that. I want to make Christmas cards with that, with the blue, an alternative. This one speaks more to me of Christmas as well, but you can use it for anything. Oh, and if you take your little pens, like your blender pens or your watercolour pencils, you can colour in your berries any colour you like, with this beautiful pink background. This one's gorgeous as well, definitely wintry if you want it to be. That's this one I was cutting up here. I've cut up a lot of mine. This one, this smaller print of the same larger one, so lovely. And this was the back actually of that one. So useful, the back prints. This is that one of this one. And then this is one of my favorites, this here. So beautiful, so beautiful. Definitely use it for alternative Christmas cards of the pink. Then we've got the blue flowers. And on the back, we've got this beautiful Evening Evergreen check, which is lovely. And I did need to show you that on this, you can use the larger flower die to cut out the flowers. It fits on the larger one. Oh no, actually it fits on this one. So the larger flower die cuts out the smaller of the flowers on the designer series paper. How useful is that? Now, the reason I wanted to crack it out today and show you this today is because parts of this suite are only around whilst the current mini catalogue is around and is retiring at the end of December. So we have got the beautiful Gold Swirls that I put under my paper. These are part of it as well. So the pieces that are retiring is the gorgeous Fa-la-la-la Framed and Festive stamp set. The Gold Swirls and the beautiful papers will be going away at the end of December. Okay, so they're going. So if you want those, you can find them in my online shop. I absolutely love them. I think they're beautiful. And I definitely want to get some more paper before they go. But the framed florets and the framed floret dies, note that they're the same name. They are staying around in the next catalogue. So the bundle carries over, but the festive stamp set and the Gold Swirls and the paper is going. Just so you know. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Hello, Brenton. Thank you for joining me today. I've just got to have a little drink of my coffee. It feels like I did all that talking. So I wanted to play with these gorgeous papers. I really am a pretty paper girl. I love pretty paper. I started off with scrapbooking and it's still my passion. Paper is my thing. So I'm going to bring in my Tribber and we're going to make some cards from scratch because I made my samples for today's coffee and cards, but I haven't cut out the pieces that I need. So I think I'm going to start off with the one I did with a Night of Navy card base. So I took my inspiration from the pattern papers. So let's take a piece, I think that's half a sheet, yeah. And so if I score it at 10.5 centimetres, I should have a nice blue card base, like so. Okay, and then I wanted a piece of the designer series paper. So let's grab a bit of that. Let's choose a piece. Now I've already cut this one up and I think I'm going to go back with it because I love it. It's so beautiful, look at it. So nice. I'm going to cut a strip at 10 centimetres. Now, if I'm going to use my pattern papers for making boxes or scrapbooking or anything like that, I would leave it. But if I'm making cards, I cut a 10 centimetre strip off because I know that that's generally going through what I need, something like that for the front of my cards. And I know that I can get 6 pieces from one 12 by 12 sheet. So this is 10 by 14.3. And I'm probably going to cut it down again because I think I'm going to put a white layer behind it. And I think I am. So let's grab a piece of white. I know I've got some spare white that I got out. So I think I'm going to make this that layer size. So I'm going to make it 10 by 14.3. And then I'm going to actually trim my DSP down slightly to go with that. So what did I do? 10 by 14.3. So I think I'm going to go just slightly smaller. I'm going to go 9.7 by 14. Ooh, by 14. And that just takes off 3 millimeters to leave me a little bit of a border. My sleeves are too long. I got short arms and long sleeves. Right, so that's going to go on there, leave me just a hair of a border there. And that's going to go on the front of my card. Okay, so now I need to do a little bit of die cutting. So let's move this one out of the way. And I'm going to show you the card we're going to make. If you'd like to see, I make this pretty card with this gorgeous rose gold glimmer paper frame, and it's really easy to make. Okay, the dies do all the work in this one. So let's move all my other pieces of card out of the way that I want to use. All right, another white piece, and I need to bring in some balmy blue and the dies. So a piece of balmy blue, and I am going to cut out this one because I want the middle of it, and then I'm going to save the frame for later because I'll probably use it on another card. And what else do I need? I need this one, and I'm going to cut that one out in white because I want a white layer as well. And I'm going to show you this other beautiful. Have you seen our glimmer speciality paper? How beautiful is that? It comes in, we've got a few different glimmers at the moment, but this pack comes in rose gold and gold. Let me show you a full pack because I'm a sucker for this. And it's so pretty, I had to buy two. Two packs. Rose gold, it's 6 by 6. This is so pretty, guys. Look at this. It's not glittery, it's smooth. See that? It doesn't shed. How beautiful is that? So you get 8 sheets, 4 rose gold and 4 gold. How gorgeous is that? I love it. So I'm going to cut a frame out because I'm going to use it all. So I am going to cut a frame. Now, what was I going to cut my frame out? I was going to cut my frame out in the rose gold. So let's just move these out of the way. Right, I'm going to be making a lot of Christmas cards, so I won't be having any waste. So no fear of that. Okay, so I've got everything I need, don't I? Did I have a piece of white? I've got a piece of this one. And I needed a piece of white in for this one. That one's for that one. Don't want to use that by mistake, do I? What did I do with my spare white? Here it is. Okay, let's pop this through the die cutting machine. And all will be well. Let's bring it nearer on my little trolley. I want to sing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, but it's probably not the best thing. You don't really want to hear me sing. And if I did, I'd probably get done for copyright if they recognise what I was actually singing. So yeah, maybe that's not the best way to go today. Right, so I am going to just grab my Take Your Pick tool and pop that one out from there. So pretty, these frames. Right, so I've got one. And I want to do one of those again in the rose gold. So all pretty. Gotta have a bit of sparkle at Christmas. I might just run that through a couple of times. It's slightly thicker, but it doesn't seem to have any issue cutting it. Says me. Cut it earlier and it cut perfectly fine, so. Oh yeah, it just needs a little popping out. It's like perforated almost, but not. Ooh, there we go. I'll be using all of that as well. Right, now, let's take this one out. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. I want it to come out because I want to use it, because I could easily just keep it as one piece and just put my layer over, but that's such a waste of all this beautiful rose gold glimmer paper. So let's just try and cut that one out. Don't know why it doesn't want to. As I say, it's quite thick to cut out. Maybe if I start it off with my scissors. If not, we're just going to go with it. Oh, there we go. I could have run it back through, actually. It would have been fine. I might need to anyway, because I'm a bit worried all the little pieces are going to be... Ooh, doesn't want to cut, you know. Let's see. A bit worried all the little pieces don't cut out very well. Alfie, stop barking when I'm on YouTube. No, you won't be welcome next week. No. So there we go. I've cut it out. I popped it out eventually. It was quite snug though, guys. That was. I think I had some pieces left in my die, which, to be fair, probably didn't help the process. So I would suggest making sure your die is clean before you cut out your glimmer. So I might just redo that because I have all these pieces that I have not cut out. Let's have a look if I can pop them out with my take your pick tool, or if they're a bit stuck. Yeah, they want a bit more cutting, I think, to make it really clean. I'm going to pop that back through. It's quite easy because it fits in the grooves. Let's have another go. Isn't it funny how the first one I did cut it absolutely cleanly? You go back in and it doesn't want to. Let's see. That looks better, doesn't it? Definitely. I still think it's a bit difficult to get out. Okay, it's coming out. It's just taking a little while. So I might just leave them in there or come back to it. I really like this glimmer though. I'm not giving up on it. Right, okay, I think we'll come back to popping the bits out when I've got a bit more energy. Right, what I'm going to do is get rid of all those little bits. And I'm going to cut this one out of the white. So that's the piece I'm going to stamp on. Shaz, how are you? Hello Louise, thank you for joining me. So this one cuts out this gorgeous frame. Here, and you get the middle. Okay, so I want to use the middle and I'm going to layer it up on here. I'm going to save this one. And I think I'm going to start gluing my layers together, and then I'm going to have a little look at that die cut piece. And let's get my seal. Yeah. So I have a lot of Christmas cards to make still. So yeah, I think this weekend coming might be me making cards. Now I've just got the tiniest border on this, which is what I wanted. I just wanted that to pop slightly. There we go. And you can see it better on the Night of Navy base. Seal is my glue of choice at the moment. I go through phases. And I'm definitely loving the seal. I'll do that the other way, I think. Nope. I don't think it actually has a direction anyway. There we go. Right, let's have a little look, see what we can do with this. It does not look happy. I might try it again. It does not look very happy at all. Let's try it again, and if it doesn't work, we're going to abandon using the die with the glimmer. Although it worked perfectly well the very first time I used it. I have no idea why it's misbehaved. Apart from I have little bits stuck in it, which may be the reason why it's not cutting cleanly, because it's a very intricate die around the edge. Make sure that's clean. Yeah, look at all this stuff coming out of it. That's probably got an awful lot to do with it. And we'll have another go. Yeah, it was really stuck in there, you know. I have cut rather a lot of these frames out today, though. Quite a lot indeed. Look at all this gubbins that's just come out of there. Gubbins is a great word, isn't it? Right, let me try and cut it out now. I don't know whether to cut it this way or the other way. Which way should we go for? I think it will look better if I cut it this way. I think it will have a cleaner finish. I think it would probably cut more successfully that way, but we're going to go that way and see, because that's the way I need it to cut. And if not, we're going to go for something else. That's the plan. Let's see. Because as I say, the first few times I had no problem cutting out on the glimmer. Through it goes. There we are. Might be the fact that I need new plates as well, mind. Okay. Oh, that came out perfectly that time. So I didn't have any issue with that. Fingers crossed. Ta-da! Yes. It just needed a clean. I'm just too messy. I'm just a messy crafter, I'm sorry. There we go. All the pieces are out as well. Let's get rid of all that gubbins. You don't want that in shot. Right, okay, good. And it looks so beautiful and it cuts so cleanly this time. That goes to show what a difference it makes when you clear out all the little holes before you do it again. Okay, so I've got a tip for you. I am going to stick these together as one piece. And I did this at my class the other day. We were doing a similar thing where we made a frame and an insert. And to make it easier to handle, I glued it together. Now, I like to use tear and tape. Let me see if I can get it. I think it's a bit out of my reach. Where are you? Here it is. Oh my word, I was panicking for a minute. It's like, why am I, when I'm on camera, does nothing go to plan? So I am taping these two pieces together. And it's just going to make it easier to handle. Let's not lose that die and put everything back in the same place. Like that. You just want to do that. And then we're going to glue it all down. So I think what I'll do is if I get my silicone craft mat in, put that down there, I can do a lot of gluing. Let's take these bits off, because if I take the double-sided tape off, it will help it stick onto the front of the card anyway. I was thinking, well, that's a good start. Okay, so I'm not going to raise this layer up, but you definitely could do if you wanted to. I'm going to pop it in the middle. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. Okay, and then we've got our white one that we've already cut out as well. And I've chosen the stamp. I've chosen Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I've taken the colour from the card base and the designer series paper. It's Night of Navy. So if you're ever got your eye on a stamp set or a pattern paper or, yeah, a bundle or something like that, and you purchase it and you get it home and you're like, now what do I do with it? Because I don't have the right colours, or, you know, I can't create what I thought I could create. If you're unsure and you're just starting out, my tip to you would be to purchase the designer series papers. Then maybe 2 of the colours that are in the papers, in the cardstock and the ink. Make sure you have some white card and you're away, because then you can create. I love how Stampin' Up! Have actually got all their colours to match. So the ink matches the cardstock, matches the ribbon, matches the little embellishments and everything like that, which is brilliant because it means you can start creating straight away. But it's very easy and tempting to keep buying all the different DSPs and different bits of cardstock and different inks, but you just need to start off with 2 or 3 inks, cardstock and designer series papers that match, and then a bundle. And you can, yeah, you can create to your heart's content. That's my tip for you. If you're just starting out with buying Stampin' Up! Products and you want everything to match, or you want to create that thing that somebody created, just resist all the shinies and, you know, just for a bit, not forever, and just build up your stash gradually. Right, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmases going on the front, right in the middle. Like so, which is why I like a suite like this, because all you need to add is the ink and the card. Right, so what did I do? I cut out some of the paper. So that little die that I had, or rather the big die, let me move these frames. Was it this one? Yes, it's the larger of the two flowers. Let's grab the paper. So I've been cutting it out already, but I don't know where I've put it. I'd rather not cut out another piece. Oh, here we go. So you can see I just had a piece and I've just decided where is the flower, and I cut those out, and I cut 3 out. So you don't have to go for these flowers right in the middle because you think you're going to waste your paper. I have a lot of it, so I am. You can easily not cut these flowers out and stamp the flowers and colour them in if you wanted to create the same card. But I'm going for it. And actually, I might just show you how to be frugal and use the ones on the edges as well. So we've got 3 there. I'm going to cut those out. Right, so let's get me a bit of washi tape. You're all very quiet today. What are you all up to? I would love to know. You're all super quiet. I need to just position this because I did struggle with this. There we go. Once you get it, don't you? But sometimes you can move a die round and round and round. Oh dear. So I have got 1. Let's do the next one. Make sure I cut it out. Now, I've seen an awful lot of cards made with this suite. So many. Most of the cards I've seen have been generic, you know, not using the festive set. Most of them have been using the other one. The festive set is the red rubber, and it's got all the Christmas stamps in it. Festive. The framed florets is in photopolymer, and most of the projects I've seen have been using that, like birthday cards and things like that. So I just wanted to change it up a little bit, show you how to use the Christmas set. Oh, you are busy, Amanda, aren't you? You're making Christmas cards and you're coming over to the UK soon. Oh, that's lovely. And you're doing housework. Shaz, you're off to the girlie to the vet, says she had emergency surgery yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's okay. Right, let's... So I've got half a flower. I want to make sure I cut it out right. Here we go again. Nope. Feels like it should be like that. There we go. There we go. We got there. Alfie's very vocal today. He keeps getting up and looking at the window. He can see all the cars driving by and he thinks they're definitely a threat. He needs to protect us from the cars in the road. He's a sausage, honestly. So we are going to stick some of our flowers on the front of our card, and I'll show you how to use that half a flower. And we'll pop those on. Oh, she was poorly and she's feeling so much better now. I'm glad to hear that. I didn't make a great job of cutting that out, so I am just trimming around. Rather a lot of greenery left on there. There we are. A little bit of surgery always works on my die cuts if they're a bit off. Sometimes they are. So I'm going to put a little bit of Stampin' Dimensional on the bottom so that it raises it to the same height at this piece as the panel. That bit's going to go there, and then I think actually that bit can go there. Just working out how I'm going to use that one. I think I'm going to use it like that. So pop another one under there. Make sure it fits if I stick it down too hard. And then that one's going to go over the top, and you will never know that that one has a piece missing on the end. You would never know. That needs a little bit of trimming as well. What was I doing with my die cutting? There we are. All good. Get it the right way around. So we've got our flowers on the front. I really like that. So simple. So I thought, because of this pretty rose gold, I brought in my champagne rhinestones. If you buy the suite and you end up with the Gold Swirls, they're gorgeous. I'm going to use those on the next card. And I just wanted to kind of echo this rose gold with the champagne. These are just the basic jewels from Stampin' Up. And they're so pretty. There we go. And then I'm going to pop another one down here. So pop it on the flower. No, it looks a bit weird. I'm going to pop it there. Okay, so that's that one done. We do need an insert. So let's cut a piece of cardstock. I didn't do one on my mock-up card, so I need one for that as well. I'll do that later on. Make sure I do, because the worst thing is to go to your Christmas cards that you have made and you haven't completed the inside. I like to make sure my insides are stamped, and I also like to make sure my envelopes are pretty. No naked envelopes, thank you very much. Right, so we are going to check on a stamp for the inside. So we could do May this season be filled with peace and joy. I haven't used it yet. May this season be filled with peace and joy. So this is how you put your stickers on. If you've never done it, find the one that it is. I think it's this one. Okay, on one side you'll find it's got peel off backing, and it's in half. It's always in half, so you can easily do it. Take the peel off backing off here. It's this stuff. I've already did it. And then you have to line it up really well, especially with a sentiment stamp, because you can't reposition it. It is what it is. So you have to kind of go with it. And you don't want it off, because then your writing will be a bit off. So there we go. And you just pull. And there you are. Bob's your uncle. Let's take this one off there, because I don't want to have to reach my arm right through there and grab another block. Should have brought more blocks out. May the season be filled with peace and joy. Okay, I like that. Now, I haven't used these yet, but I might do that as well. Take these out. This is exciting. 2 photopolymer stamps. Right, so I'm going to do this one in Night of Navy. Ink it up well. Red rubber is my favourite. Obviously, photopolymer is easier if you have a 2-step stamp or something, but I do love red rubber because they're so robust, so easy to clean. So I think I'm going to go with the balmy blue colour, which is the other main colour in this designer series paper. And I'm going to stamp them. One there. One there. One there. I'm going to end up blue, aren't I? I just know. Okay, it's not traditional Christmas. It's not like a poinsettia or a holly or a mistletoe, but it's just very pretty. And why not have something a little bit alternative at Christmas with some alternative Christmas colours? Just make sure you don't get too carried away like I do with your stamping. You need to be able to say to Auntie Maud with love from or whoever it's from, because I'm getting a bit carried away with mine, but I like it. And you could then stamp the envelope, or you could put the designer series paper on the envelope as well, which I probably will do because it's so beautiful. And that is our first card complete. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love that. Thank you, whoever gave me a thumbs up. That really helps me. Thank you so much. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it. So there's my sample, and there's the one I made exactly the same, except for, whoop, that was nude. It has no inside. I have to come back and give it an inside. All right, so that's our first card. Then we're going to make this one. How cool is this? I was very seduced by this fa la 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 stamp. Oh, that was naked too. Okay, right, let's go for this now. A little bit quicker, I hope, this one. I have got my Evening Evergreen A4 card. I'm going to make a card base. So I've got the short end at the top, and I'm scoring at 10.5. And then with my long end at the top, I'm going to cut at 14.8. So that's metric measurements for a card base. And I end up with another card base ready for another one. And I will need a scrap of green actually, so I might just use that because I don't think I've got any scraps of green out. I don't think I do. Actually, I could go a bit different, but no, I think I'm going to go with this. So what I did was I used the beautiful shimmer again, but in the gold, and I cut it out using this die with these lovely, like, I don't know what you call that, fluted or serrated bits. What would you call that? Embossed, fluted, something or other. Oh, you're having cuddles with your kitten, Lou. We all seem to have our animals with us at the moment, don't we? Honestly. Oh, hang on, I might have done the same thing here. There. Oh no, that's come out perfectly well. It just needs a little bit of encouragement. There we go. And I'm going to be using these. So watch out, because I will make something using these beautiful ovals that I have. I'm going to make some pretty cards using these. So watch out for some more posts coming up using this gorgeous paper. Right. So I do need a scrap of Evening Evergreen, and I'm not sure that I've got one. Let me just check. Because I might just have to use that sheet. I don't think I want it in Soft Succulent, although that is the other colour in the paper that I'm going to use for this card. All right, let's go for Soft Succulent to save cutting into another sheet or card base and see how that works. So I'm cutting this one out again. I want the inside so that it fits inside. So a little bit of die cutting, but it's a die set I'm using. So. I really like a set that you can use all year round. So we have got this one. We're going to move that one and keep that one too. Okay, so here we go. Now, this is going to go on here, and I'm going to get my designer series paper, and I went for this beautiful one with, I think that looks like mistletoe berries. Do you agree with me? And as I said earlier, I cut off a 10 centimetre strip, so I can get 2 card fronts from the 10 centimetre strip. So I'm going to do the same as I did last time. I'm going to grab another layer of white. So I have 3 layers. So the card base is my layer, and I have a layer of a basic white card, and then I'm going to have my designer series paper layer just to make it pop. So this is 10 centimetres by 14.3. Let's turn that around. I think I bashed that one a bit. Both sides, let's just trim it slightly. Okay, bash that piece of card. We don't want that, do we? So that's 14.3 by 10. Okay. And then I would like this one to be 14 by 9.7. Make sure I've got it exactly right, otherwise my border will be off. Okay, so we've got most of the elements of our card done. I'm going to pop them together. Do you see how that white just makes it pop out? And then we're going to have this here. Now I'm going to do some heat embossing in gold. Ooh, I quite like it on the soft succulent rather than the, I used Evening Evergreen on my sample card. So we'll see how it looks embossed. Right, where's my embossing toolkit? Here it is. So what did I do? This is what I'm looking for. I need this and this. Okay, need that enough. So I'm going to get my embossing buddy. Such a neat bit of kit, this. So it's just a little powder filled baggy thing, and it takes away any kind of greasy or marks or oil from your fingerprints that might make the embossing powder stick in the wrong place. So I'm going to do that. I am going to take my stuff out here. Right, now I want the stamp set that says fa la 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 la. Oh, I stuck that on there hard. Here we go. So how many of you are singing Christmas songs? There's so many Christmas songs in this stamp set. We've got 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly, fa la 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 la. We've got, I don't know, loads of them. We've got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Seems to be a lot anyway. I'm going to do a fa la 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 right in the middle so that when you look at it, you're going to know what this word says, even though you only see one proper fa la 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 la. But your brain is going to tell you that's what it says because you can see it slap bang in the middle there. So you won't be able to see this very well because it's in embossing ink. But as soon as I put the powder on it, you'll be able to see it. Just put a bit on the end and a bit on there. Right, I'm not sure if that did that very well, but I think it's okay. Right. So, to stop my fingers smudging it, I'm going to grab the tweezers that come with the embossing editions kit and the gold embossing powder. I love this tray. I've had one for years that I got from a craft show. Seen better days. Many years ago I got it. And now we've got one. This one. Stampin' Up! Have brought one out, so I'm very pleased about that. Because I was always getting asked, where can I get one of those? You also get a little brush in the kit, so you can get off any stray bits. Although I think it's mostly for cleaning the tray itself, because it's quite a wide brush. I normally keep a little tiny fine brush. I had a hair on this, I think, because it looks like a hairline. It's probably from my lovely Alfie. I think that will do. And the great thing about this is that you can dip it all back in. You don't waste anything. I just drop the lid. And then you use your brush. good clean, because I'm going to be using white on it in a minute. Okay, let's do the heating part of it. Oh, do you love your embossing toolkit as well, Brenton? It's great, isn't it? It's super handy because you can keep everything you need in the little tray. I keep it in a drawer, all ready to go. So I'm just going to heat it up. I am loving this fa la 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 la. Oh, isn't that pretty? You can see it kind of. Can you see that catching the light? So lovely. So we've got that. And then I want to stamp Noel. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to emboss it. So embossing buddy on this bit. Okay. I'm going to grab my Versamark, which has seen better days, and stamp up the Noel. Nice. And then white. I'm going for white. There we go. So I can now keep all of this in here. And grab the heat tool. It has a little stand. It's really cute. Right, let's give it a blast. It's a bit noisy. Oh yeah, mine too, Brenton. It's the perfect size, isn't it, to keep your embossing powders inside. So yeah, basically everything will stay in there and it'll go in a drawer with it all together. And then you just got to pick it up and off you go. I even pop my Versamark in there as well. All ready to go. Now, here's the fun bit. You're going to love me now today. I'm doing a little bit of fussy cutting, but you could definitely cut this out in a little rectangle, this Noel. You don't have to fussy cut it if you're not up for it. I quite like a little bit of cutting out, and I'm going to pop it on my card. So today there was no basic coffee and cards card. There wasn't a one layer stamping only card. Today I was desperate to make full use of this gorgeous suite. And I have now got loads and loads and loads of ideas. I want to make little treat boxes and gift card holders for Christmas. I've got all these ideas floating around in my brain. My poor brain is saturated. So I thought I'd just start off with a couple of cards. Use the gorgeous frames. And show you the festive side of it, because that's the side that will be going away at the end of, it's December on Thursday and it's going away at the end of December. And I can't have it sitting in the cupboard uninked. Stamp sets, if you leave them in the cupboard and they haven't been inked up, that's the noise you can hear. It's them crying. Someone told me that. I believe them. Oh. They don't like it. You have to use all the things you have. I know, I'm a bit daft, aren't I, Brendan? Hello, Carol, nice of you to join me. But someone told me that once. They said, can you hear that noise? I said, what's that? They said, it's all the stamp sets that I've never inked and they're in the cupboard and crying. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, I couldn't do that to this gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas one. So I have all the bits together ready to put together, and there's just one more element I need by the time we finish. I mean, how gorgeous is the pink? I can't use the pink because it's not what I'm after, but I could so easily just use that pink. Yes, me too, Shaz. I am with you there. Lots of plans, lots of ideas. Never enough time in the day to do them all. Never enough time in the day. There isn't, is there? Still, let's just play a bit. I think I'm going up that way with that. I didn't get my paper on my white exactly straight. To be honest, my Tombow would have been better for that. But that's not too bad. It's not shamefully crooked or anything. What's going on with that? I think it's just the shadow. I wonder if it looked better. Oh no, we don't want it upside down. There we go. So that's on there. I am going to do the same thing that I did before, and I'm going to attach my thing together. I think, though, I should have done it before. Oh, actually, you can't really do it once you've adhered it, can you? Right, well, it only goes one way, so I can't get it upside down or skew if anyway, can I? Right, because that's what I was thinking. Sticky tape. Where did it go? Where did it go? I put it away. I'm being tidy. What's going on? So do any of you guys do baking at Christmas? Or before Christmas? Do you bake your Christmas cake or make anything special? Puddings or stuff you freeze like sausage rolls or mince pies? I'd love to know. I haven't started my Christmas baking, but I have the urge. I have the urge to make sticky gingerbread, which I make every Christmas. I do. Oh, Amanda, you are making your cake in your slow cooker? Oh, I am intrigued. Can you share how you make your cake in your slow cooker? I would love to know. That sounds amazing. I bet it smells divine in your house. I think it's time I did this. I am going on Thursday to purchase my Christmas tree. I always get a real tree. And, ooh, it stuck to me. I always get a real tree, and I'm just going to put my dimensionals down the middle because, and there'll be a reason. I will show you the reason for that. Yeah, so Thursday is the day. It's very early this year, but I have a bauble party going on with some crafty friends on Friday. So I need to get the tree. You can't really have a bauble party without a Christmas tree. So I've had to clean my house. And I'm forgetting my Christmas tree. And it's starting to make me feel festive quite early because having a real tree, I tend to leave it a little bit later than if you just pop one up from the loft, you know, because it's fresh. It doesn't last as long, but I water it. It'll be fine. So the reason I've got them down the middle is because I want to put something down the side. Right, okay, so we've got our Noel, and that's going to go on here. So fun. Now, I don't have any Tombow out, do I? Yes, I do. I think I'm going to go with a Tombow. Or mini dimensionals. The only problem with the mini dimensionals is if you've already popped your layer up on dimensionals, which I did here, you don't want to put too many layers in, because then if you pop it in the post on a regular postage stamp in the UK, it will be too fat and it'll need to go as a large letter if it's got 2 layers. So it's probably best sticking flat. Now I think I'm going to have it hanging over the edge. But then if I have it hanging over the edge, it would need to have one underneath the edge, wouldn't it? A little tiny one. I love the minis. So, making your Christmas cake in the slow cooker. Dead easy. Make the cake, put it in the cake tin. So first make sure it fits in your slow cooker. Very good point, because mine is an oval one and I don't think my big round tin would fit in there. Then approximately 2.5 hours on high and keep an eye on it. And make sure you put a tea towel under the lid to catch the condensation. Thank you so much. I am going to try this. I love the idea of this. Thank you, Amanda. And Brenton makes Rocky Road, White Christmas, gingerbread and sugar cookies. What is White Christmas? Oh my God, I think we need a Christmas recipe group. Ah. I'm going to cut my mini dimensional in half to make it fit under that. Yours is an oval cake tin too, and you use a round. Oh, so it does. Yours does fit. Right, I'm going to try it now. Thank you, Amanda. That's such a good tip. Okay, so I'm going back to the framed florets and picking out this lovely big sprig because I feel it reminds me of the foliage, but I want it to stand out. So I am going to take a piece of white. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, while I think of it, I'm going to cut this piece to fit before I do my die cutting for my insert. So all my inserts are the same size. 10. Look at all the mess I've been making. It's everywhere. 14.3. So that's my insert. And then I've got a piece of white here that I'm going to use. It's my scrap piece to cut out my dies. I keep my bin under my table. And it means that I can just, as long as I don't sweep the die in there, I can sweep all of the bits out of the way so they're not in the way. There we go. I'm going to cut out 2 of these. Now I tried it with 3 and it looked a bit strange, so I'm going with 2. Oh God, yeah. You make trifle and pavlova the night before Christmas. Brenton, we're on our way. Somebody get some flights, please. We're going to Australia. Where are you in Australia? We're coming. Oh my goodness, it sounds amazing. All I want to do is bake now. Oh, it sounds so good. I think I'm going to have to bake. I've got this bauble exchange party on the weekend. On Friday. I think I should bake for it, don't you? So we're going to pop one in here. So I'm going to take out all the little bits that have kind of got stuck. I just kind of run my nail over the edge of the die and they pop out. Summer, Christmas, it's forecast to be a bit cool and wet. Honestly, cool, what's cool? It's not going to be as cold as it is here. We're on our way, honest. Oh. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to pop my sprigs under here and one under here like that. And I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow on the very bottom of the sprig. And I always like to do that. It kind of lets the rest of the bit of foliage stand free. Gives it a bit of depth. Oh, in that short time, my glue has got bunged up. How? You know, it's quite cold in here. It's not. How does it do that? It's literally got all bunged up. There we are. And that's why, excuse me, that is why I, let's pop it in. I just put the dimensionals down the middle and not around the edge so that I could slip these in and they wouldn't be obstructed. Oh, it's 2:15. How's this happened? This happened on, what day is it today? Tuesday. This happened on Friday. I went way over time. I'm obviously getting very happy and relaxed in my live stream, bit too relaxed. I tried it with a green one and it didn't really show out and it wasn't ticking the box for me. So what we need to do is stamp our middle, and we've got fa la 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 la. So I'm going to put something else instead. Let's have a look. Let's take this one off of here and put this one on. And I'm all green. That was blue, so let's give that a clean. That was when I used the Night of Navy. I actually prefer this card to my sample card. I think this gold embossing shows up so much more nicely. Where's my Evening Evergreen ink pad? Maybe I didn't get it out. That's no good. Let's get it out. Right, I think we are just going to stamp the sentiment, and I will decorate the envelopes later. And when I pop it on my Instagram, you'll be able to see what I've done. It's just going to be, some of the designer series paper is going to go on the envelope flat, but it'll be quite, I think this paper is really striking. So I think it'll be quite nice. Now, I showed you the Gold Swirls, didn't I? And now I can't find them. How? I say this every single stream. I do every single one. How can I lose something that's in front of me when I'm live? Never mind. Let's put the inside to our card. There's not even very much on my craft desk. I wonder if it's under the stamps. I'll have a little rummage. If we're not, I'll put them on when I've tidied up. And again, you'll see them on the finished picture. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Fa la 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 la. Interestingly, because I thought the gold on the Evening Evergreen would be better, more contrasting. But actually, obviously, it is more of a contrast on the Soft Succulent. I think I prefer that one. Which one do you prefer? I would love to know. Soft Succulent or Evening Evergreen, while I look for my gems that are gone away. Nope, they're not around. How weird. Nowhere to be seen. Okay, so I'm going to add the gems on as I find them. So strange. Wow. Those Christmas elves have been in here and they have moved them. So tell me, guys, what do you prefer? Do you like the cards? What do you think of the Christmas one, the festive stamp set, the framed and festive? I love it. And which one do you prefer, the dark green or the light green? So that's Soft Succulent and that's Evening Evergreen. But if you just tell me in the comments, I would love to know if you like the light green or the dark green. Thank you so much for joining me. I know I've gone way over time today, but yeah, I have blathered on, but I hope you've enjoyed it and you've had some inspiration for playing with the framed and festive stamp set that goes with the Fitting Florets dies, and the framed florets and the designer series paper. And don't forget the Gold Swirls, the framed and festive set, and the papers are going away at the end of December. If you like any of the products that I have used, they are available right now in my Stampin' Up online shop at katebolt.stampinup.net, and you can find loads more information over on my website, Inkstampshare.ink, and I will be posting a blog post with these on in the next few days, and I hope you pop over there and get lots of information. Everything is over there. That's my little kind of hub, so you'll find my classes, my kits in a box. You'll find all the information for the sale that's coming up, everything's over there. But if you have joined me live today, thank you so much. It really helps. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're watching on replay, say hello from Tomorrowland or from the future. I'd love to know where you're watching from. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Yes, so if you do place an order, make sure you use that host code. That's over on my website, so I can send you a thank you gift in the post. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will be back on on Friday for Fun Friday, 11 a.m. Oh, Brenton, you like them both because green is your favourite, or they're your favourite colours, but you like the dark green. Ah, Amanda likes the dark green. Excellent. Interesting, isn't it? Because I really like the dark green, but now I'm up for the soft succulent. Thank you, guys. I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me live. I need to go and have some lunch. Take care. Bye-bye.